All right, guys. So we're going to start a new unit on poetry because we figure you guys might be sick of reading and answering comprehension questions. So this will be a little bit more writing intensive. We kind of want you to use your imagination a little bit more. It's not about memorization and regurgitation. It's now about you taking an idea and making it yours. So the first thing we'll usually have students do when we start the poetry unit is a brainstorming activity of what you hold dear in your life. These will be topics that you might want to explore for poems that we'll have you write later on in the unit. So you guys should have a digital copy of this heart, all right? And what we'd want you to do is using text box, we would want to have you put things that mean the most to you. All right, so in the center of your heart, you might want to put things like your family, your best friend, your pets, the things that you can't live without. You absolutely love them. And then the farther out you get beyond the center of that heart are things that you love, but you, by the time you get to the edge of the heart, you could live without. And now the things that make you you, the things that really resonate, that kind of stick with you, are both good memories, sometimes bad memories. These are things that might have happened to you negatively that has made you who you are. Same thing with positive events.
Absolutely. So in order to complete this heart map, we're basically going to be making a series of text boxes. So we are using Google Slide, and this is a background. So I mean, if you click on it, you won't be able to move the heart at all, which is actually good when you're creating your heart. You're going to go to Insert, and you go to Text Box, and then you'll notice this little plus sign appears. You click anywhere in your heart and a text box will appear. So I'm going to go ahead and start by writing the most important thing that I could write a lot about, because it's the topic that resonates closest to my heart. And for me, that's my husband and my parents. So I'm just going to put those on there as a list. Got my husband and my parents. And I can adjust my text box by bringing my mouse over to the side and clicking and just scrolling it in like that. So I make my text box a little bit smaller. And when you see the little arrow, the little cross up here, you can click on it and you can move it. And I moved it right into the center of my heart. So right in the center of my heart, I have my husband and my parents. Now, like Mr. Wells said, everything that goes on your heart doesn't have to be positive. I'm going to show you my finished heart in just a moment. My finished heart is full of a lot of positivity. I just happen to be a positive, bubbly person most of the time, but I made sure that I included some other events that I could write about that maybe are a little darker, more negative. For example, I'm going to go ahead and insert and make another text box. Another text box of something that I could write about that's maybe less positive would be losing my grandfather. When he passed away, it was really, really difficult for me. It's something I could write a lot about. Even though it's not positive, it's something that sticks in my heart. So what you're trying to do here, after you're making your text boxes, you can even make it look a little bit pretty by clicking this little dot above it, and then you can rotate it. You can rotate your words and you can move them. So you can move them about your heart to fill them up. So positive or negative, it does not matter what you seem to write in your heart or what you're noticing is occurring more in your heart. Whether it's negative or positive, it does not matter, and it's okay. My finished heart map, I'm going to pull that up, looks something like this. So I took some time and changed my font on each of these. You can change your font by clicking in your text box. Here's font right here. You can pick a different font, you can pick a different size, you can even change colors. I made them all different colors, and I moved all of my text boxes. These are all individual text boxes, all through my heart. So I made mine look pretty. Yours does not have to look pretty. Yours does not have to have the tilted words, but I do want you to try to fill your heart as much as possible with things that you like. It can be a television show you like. I've got the Golden Girls. It could be something you like to do. I like to play video games, so I put that down here on my edge. I like to go on cruises. I like to travel. It could be things you like actual physical items that you like. Like for me, I love colorful gel pens. Food, there's a lot of food in my heart. I love tea. I do love anchovies on my pizza. Yum, yum. And activities, like I like to cook and bake, I like to make jewelry. So all of these different things that resonate within my heart, I put them in the heart map.
So, Mrs. Waters, how many, like, what would be the minimum number of things do you think students should put in their heart? Because I'm thinking if I were an eighth grader and you want me to fill that heart, that's fine. I'm going to put three things and I'm going to make the font size like 64. So I got three big things that fill my heart. So, what would you say would be a good minimum requirement for the number of things that we should have in our heart?
That's a really good question, Mr. Wells. And we are complex human beings, and you have a lot of time right now to be thinking about the things that are important to you, especially while we are here in quarantine. So I would like a minimum of 10 items in your heart. I think you could do that easily just by spending some time with it and really thinking about the things that are important to you or that you hold heavy memories of.